Hey, how's it going? So dumb. We're on the quest for abs, episode 4. Um, this week has been a little bit of an off week, so I haven't lost anything. Still steady at about 190 right now, at least morning weight. I've been doing my weigh-ins like after my cardio, after I've sweat a bit out, which is probably unfair, but whatever. So 190 right now, and yeah, I've just had a bunch of random events happening this week with a friend's birthday, family coming to visit. Today we have another birthday, and I've been doing a good job of not, overeating per se, but not maintaining the deficit as strictly as we should be. And then we missed 2 runs this week as well. One of them just because we didn't work out on Monday, and the other one I just was strict for time with the work thing, unfortunately. But yesterday we were on track, very good. Got a good run, pushed a bit harder yesterday. Today I'm going to try to do the same thing. It is pretty warm today. It's almost 90, and I actually like running when it's hotter versus when it's colder. The heat doesn't really bug me. It's never bothered me. I just sweat a lot. But for my joints and stuff, when it's cooler, I definitely feel more of an impact. So that's going to be nice. The lift for today, we're going to be going with shoulders. Really, everything's still kind of worn out. My chest, my back, my legs. Legs, probably could do legs today, but shoulders is usually my fill-in day. I try to go 6 days a week, but if I'm feeling like a 7th is worth it, then I'll hit either shoulders or arms, just because, I don't know, my shoulders are strong enough right now, and my arms are definitely my most dominating part, so I don't really need to add much extra training there, or don't really care to. But yeah, so we're gonna hit some shoulders. Basic plan is just not to copy Sam Solik, but gonna do some shoulder press, just warm up to a couple top sets of as heavy as I can go for, shoot for 5 or 6, and then some rear delt flies, some side laterals, some front delt raises, and abs are a little tired. I don't know if I might skip abs today, but maybe I'll change my mind when in the gym. And then cardio, it's pretty much the whole plan. So nothing really too crazy to talk about right now. Don't have anything much on my mind, but I thought I'd give you a little weight update before we do another weigh-in on Monday. I think it'll do weekly weigh-ins for this series on the main channel, and then semi-daily on the shorts. The shorts thing, they're just fun to mess around and edit stuff. That's all I really am using the shorts for. I'm not really, trying to even really grow the channel or anything off that. It's just fun, just, getting on velo and shortening and lengthening and cutting up clips and adding little things. It's just fun. So check those out if you want. They're not very good, but they're fun to do. So yeah, so we'll do that. We'll hit little shoulders, and I'll see you at the gym.
High quality, action packed voiceover time. All right. So today we're starting off with shoulder press. I do just 3 or 4 warm up sets. I do a little bit more warm up on shoulders than I do everything else. Just because, I don't know. I feel like I hurt my shoulders more than anything else without warming up properly. So make sure to do that. And, I warm up, I just go up by 10 pounds every time. I usually try to think about beforehand what weight I want to go up to. Today was 75. And then I'm like, what's 3 or 4 sets? That is going to get me to 75 by the end of it. So I started at 35s. Normally I'd do like 45s, but I think they were taken at the time. This angle right here is absolute perfection, as you're going to enjoy. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you can really see what's going on with all the stuff. I do these voiceovers instead of the sound of the gym and all that because they play too much copyrighted music. and I don't know what I'm doing with this whole copyright thing in YouTube, so I'm going to play it safe for now. Maybe I'll figure something else out. But yeah, for now, we're just going to do the voiceovers. Yeah. If you have any suggestions of what I should talk about or music or something, just let me know. And I'll be interested in integrating whatever people want to see. But till then, we're just going to talk through the workouts. Still warming up. I think that was 55s or 45s for that set. And then we're going to go up. I'm pretty sure the 65s were taken this day. And so I skipped. Or I went from like 55s to 60s and then 60s to 75s. Or I just went up to 75s. I think this is maybe it was 60s that were taken. Yeah, I don't even know what those are. 75s? Something like that. I think those are 75s. Might be first set of 75s. But right here is when they start to get hard. Oh, 70s. Okay, so yeah, the 65s were taken. So I did 60s and then 70s. And then I just stuck with those. I'm actually feeling heavier than normal. I typically, when I'm not starving, I can do, 85s, 90s. But, we're in a weakened state at the current moment. But, yeah, right about there. When I take the sweatshirt off, it's just when I'm getting too sweaty. I don't want to be, actually drenched. Or I'll also do it if my mobility is starting to bug me. Or not mobility, but just, tightness in certain areas that I don't particularly enjoy. I don't know what that is, but so doing 70s, I try to do 4 sets total with shoulders, with work and press. Shoulders, I only really get any development if I just do a buttload of everything. If I do just 2 or 3 working sets and then only a couple of sets each on my other exercises, like I would chest or something, I just don't get sore. They don't grow. I don't have crazy shoulders, but they're pretty decent, and I feel like just the higher volume has been what's helped me with that. But this is third set, 70s. And usually about the third set is when I start to feel like I'm, getting tired, tuckered out, and then I just try to I go to failure with each one. Shoulders is honestly a good one to have a spotter for, so you can do past failure reps. I never work out with a spotter, but I do recommend it. It definitely helps you get those extra couple burners in there that I think really make a difference in the long run. Your little shoulder flex. Just to see the pump going on. Shoulders definitely getting a little more visible, which is really nice. I typically lose fat around my arms and shoulders and back first, or at least more noticeably before I lose the belly and the legs. But yeah, so they're starting to pop a little bit. This is the last set. I don't get very many with these. I think I'll get 4 or 5, and I pretty much call it good. Because yeah, other thing is if you push a little bit too hard for too long with heavier weight, then I'll hurt myself. If you notice, can't really tell, but one shoulder is lower than the other. I dislocated it a couple years ago, and it never really healed right. It doesn't give me pain or really even mobility issues, but it's just offset a little bit, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, so that's it for that. Then we do rear delt flies. I actually like these with dumbbells over using a reverse pec deck. The reverse pec deck, I don't know if I just don't really know how to do it right or if it's just the way my biomechanics work, but I really don't feel it in my rear delts enough for it to be worth it. And I see a lot of people doing these leaned over an inclined bench, and that's fine. I like to do it like this, where I get myself on the end of the seat as far as I can go, and then I lean all the way over my legs, and I get this kind of weird, closed hot dog bun look. But the pinch that I get at the top and that squeeze is unbeatable. It's much better than any other version of this that I've done. So I recommend these to anyone that's having trouble getting that squeeze at the top. And I kind of was blasting through these reps, not really thinking about it. But the best way to do these is to try to hold it a little bit at the top and then control it more on the way down. That's a little bit better. Just because when you just pump them out. You get too much momentum going on. You get a little too much swinging, and it kind of takes away from the actual, point of the exercise. And I was doing these with 35s. It's a little heavy. I typically do 30s, but for some reason the 30s that we have are two different dumbbells with different handles, and it's super annoying. So I like these because it's a little more even, feels more balanced. My grip's the same. So I went a little heavier. If I go too light, then I don't really feel it the same. There's kind of like a threshold of somewhere between 30 and 35 where it's heavy enough where I can really feel it, but it's light enough where I can still get some good reps in, and I'm not cheating every rep through each set. But yeah, I do these. I try to spam. I'll do anywhere from 4 to 6 sets depending on how well I'm getting a good contraction. That was third set. I do 4. Might even do one more after this. My little shoulder flex just to see. And then, yeah, for the seat part, I just scoot until pretty much my tailbone is all that's supporting myself. Just because if you're too far back, then you just hit the seat itself, and it's really annoying. So I just scoot pretty far forward and just kind of balance myself a little bit. But yeah, going for, I don't even know how many I'm going for. I'm pretty much just going until I can't, which is usually, 10 to 12. Maybe a little less with the 35s, but typically 10 to 12 with the 30s. And with shoulders, I'm not really counting reps. If I'm doing anything single arm, then I'll make sure to match each side with the other side. But other than that, I'm just going until I get a good burn. I can really feel it going, and the reps start to decline. Like right there, you can see the reps are getting pretty poor. And once they're getting too poor, I'll just drop it. I don't really like to do those forced extra, third reps, quarter reps, whatever they are. That's because, I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of not advantageous for me, at least. But yeah, this is, I don't even know what this is 4th or 5th set. Pretty much everything shoulders, I try to do as many as I can just to really burn it out. They just seem to respond the best to it. Man, look at that front delt. It's really starting to cut through. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I am a hairy boy, so aside from the low quality footage, I'm also, for lack of a better term, blurry because I got all this body hair. I'm going to buzz it off when we get abs just so we can get a real review, which would be fun to do. I've only done it once before, but it wasn't as lean as I'm going to get, so it's going to be cool seeing that. Then front delt raises. I do these single arm at a time until the very last set just because, I don't know, if I do 2 arms and I swing a little too much with the front, even with these, these are only 25s, which are pretty light, but if I do 2 arms with these even, it just kind of pulls me forward, and I don't know, it kind of annoys me. So I do single arm, and I switch off between these and side laterals, which I do 2-handed. I just get a better pump and a better burn if I'm switching off versus just doing 4 sets of one and then 4 sets of the other. These, I lead with the elbows. I don't go straight out from my body. I used to for a while, but the tension on my shoulder blade wasn't feeling great. And honestly, just putting them slightly in front of my body and just leading with my elbows it feels great. I honestly almost feel it more in my mid delts than going just straight out from my sides. But yeah, those feel great. And I go light with these. I'm only doing 25s. I think at my strongest I was doing 32.5s, just, but I don't really feel the need to go super heavy on these. I don't know if it's the best to have that tension on your shoulder blade just sticking straight out. So I just do, 8 to 10 reps per hand, lighter weight, or more. If I go even lighter, then I'll go 15, 20 and really burn it out. When I'm trying to grow, I'll do 4 sets of this, 4 sets of the other in total, and then I'll do 1 or 2 super light, just getting 20 or 30 reps in just to finish off and really burn out. But we're not doing that here. We're just going. Just peep that shoulder vein though. See that? Oh, I only have that on my right arm. I don't know why. Never filled it on the left side, but whatever. And then, yeah, and then we're going to just keep switching off. These are probably my favorite shoulder exercise. Shoulder press is fun And when you get strong at it, it's really satisfying. But I don't know, something about the way that the tension feels on these is just like almost perfect. I don't know if I have another exercise that really I feel the same up and down with, but yeah, that's it. Oh, I'm so tired. Man, I need to sleep more for my recovery. But even these, so this is when I go two-hand, but this is just because I'm switching off. This is what I did for my burner set, but you can even see, even with this, it's only, 50 pounds total, but going up, it just makes me swing a little bit that I don't really like to do. And so I just avoid the two-hand on these. But yeah, I'll let you peep this little flex off after this. This will check the shoulder pump. Shoulder pumps are definitely like one of the more satisfying, which I don't even have, very much to pump up right now, but that just feels fantastic. And that's it for shoulders. Didn't do abs today. I was thinking maybe, but they're still a little sore from the other day, and I don't see the need to do them every day. But that's it for shoulders. Now it's time for the run talks. See you there. And as usual, we got the pre-cardio, not wanting to do it even a little bit session. I don't even know why I do this, because I eventually run anyways. I just don't wanna. I hate running. I hate it. I like the results of running, but the doing it part. See, the reason it's so easy to lift, even when you're super depleted, like I'm as weak and as small and flat as I'm gonna be, and you'd think that would be like psychologically like make you weary, but it doesn't. I just love the act of pushing weights, even if I'm a little weaker from time to time. But running just sucks. And I know there's easier cardio I could do. I could swim, or which is probably even better, or on the bike or walk on the treadmill or something. But I just don't want to do cardio unless I'm doing cardio. I want to be hurting, but I don't want to do it. It's a horrible conundrum, but it is time to get to it. Nothing to it but to do it. Amen, Ronnie. Okay, see you on the run. Okay, I just started the run, wearing the sweatshirt still. Not gonna do that. It is a smidge too hot. So we're gonna take the sweatshirt off. Have a little bit more airflow and breathability so I don't pass out and die. Okay, now I'll see you on the run. Today's run, we're gonna do a little bit of a slower, more casual pace and listen to some trippy Grizz or LS Dream like Tile EDM while I'm running through these trees to enjoy it a little more. Because man, yesterday and the day before's run, I was still pushing really hard. And I just was tuckering out too fast, so I kind of want to extend the time I'm spending not walking. Even though that doesn't mean I'm running the whole thing, but, more time at an elevated heart rate at least, and still doing more than walking. But this hill, we're on the hill, just keeps going. It's like a quarter mile, maybe a little more of just slightly up, and I hate it. It's the worst hill ever. Even though it's really not that bad, I still hate it. So right here is the post stating it's about a mile left. So that post states that we're at the mile mark, and to the tree is about it's about half the distance I would estimate from the start to the pole, from the pole to the tree. So that's where I get the 3 miles per lap, 6 miles in total from, is that math. And I haven't actually really looked it up, but if it's off by half a mile or something,
Who really cares? We're just here for time and burn some extra calories. The exact distance doesn't matter. Just getting the work in. That's all that counts. I didn't record it, but we touched a tree, which marks 25% done. This place, honestly, not a bad place to be running in. But it's hot. You can't really tell. Maybe you can a little bit over there. It's a little smoky out here, and my mouth is dry. Sometimes when I'm low in energy and I, need to take a little running break and I stop to walk, I'll kind of space out for a little too long and I'll take too long of a walking break. If any of you do that, it's all right. Just when you notice that you're walking too long, get back to running. Or whatever your pace decrease is. This is my turning point. These two trees, pretty cool. 50% of the way down now. But when you notice yourself moving too slow for too long, or too calmly for too long, just when you notice it, get back to it. Totally fine. The goal is just to make progress. So don't trip yourself out on this little things. Just move past them and you'll be fine. This hill the second time around is worse. Motorcycle gang. The motorcycles. Yeah, this is beautiful that it's in the nature. It's also right next to a road. So you get a lot of car traffic. Coming up on the tree. This is 75% done. I have to carry my keys because the drawstring on my shorts is broken. And if I put my keys and my phone in my pocket, they pull down. I don't want to be running with pants around my ankles. That would just look silly. All right, last little stretch here. I'm gonna try to jog as much of it as I can extra. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, to show what I mean by for your final stretch, go as hard as you can. I'm gonna show you what my final stretch is, and you can base yours off of that. I'm gonna go right about here, see if I can get this into footage in the camera. Get some rocks, get some added weight. I hope you can see this. This is what I mean. I don't think you can see any of that, unfortunately. And I sure as shit am not doing that again. But if you could see it, then you know what I'm talking about. Just the last chunk to finish it off. And I'm even doing a little extra just to walk the phone back and forth. But that's what I mean. That's probably gonna be the end of the video. So thanks for watching. Let's all reach our goals and whatnot. And I'll see you tomorrow. I really need to bring water in my car.